Good morning, guys. Sensei Yaniv. Man, welcome to the Sensei Podcast. Let's get this thing going. I got my Ravens shirt, the flag, and the guns all rolling in this morning. Man, for real, today's show is going to be about commitment. That's a huge word. I know so many people, man, avoiding this thing like the plague. You know, today's society, like, nobody likes commitment anymore. Nobody wants contracts. Nobody wants to commit to getting married. Nobody wants to commit to anything. Like, anything that has a commitment, people shy away and run away from. And, man, I think this is the biggest bullshit ever. You know, without commitment, you cannot achieve anything. Zero. You got people going to get married, right? They're going to go get married. But before they get married, they come up with a paper and say, hey, listen, wife, husband, you need to sign this paper just in case we get divorced. You know, like, this is my strategy out. Like, man, you're already planning for failure. You know, you're already showing your future spouse that, man, that you're ready to give up, that you have a way out. You know, so, like, how is that person going to fully dedicate themselves to you if you're one step away from quitting? Somebody comes in, you know, to sign up for jiu-jitsu classes. Like, oh, man, I don't want a membership. I want to pay as I go. And I don't like being committed to, just in case I have to quit or whatever. Well, here's the thing, man. Like, if you go into training with the mindset of just in case I have to quit, then you're already going to quit. You know, it's already in your mind. Man, I was actually sharing with some of my students the other day a story with my teacher, Cyborg. When my first teacher moved back to Brazil, I needed a new teacher, and I found Cyborg, and we clicked really well. The only issue was that I lived in Coral Springs, and his school's in South Beach. And I already had 4 kids, you know, my academy, married, million things going on in my life. And I went there, I loved it, and I said to him, hey, Cyborg, man, listen, I want to train here, but I don't think I can commit because it's really far. It's over an hour drive. And I just don't know if I can do it yet. I was like, I would like to give it a trial run. And I'll never forget what he said to me. He tapped me on my shoulder and said, listen, bro, this is the membership. It's a 1-year commitment. And if you don't like it, don't train. Man, like, I can't thank him enough for doing that, because by him forcing me to commit, I stuck through the jiu-jitsu journey. Now, listen, I might have stuck through it anyways, but him forcing me to do it gave me no choice. It was like, hey, do you want to do this or not? Now, yes, I could have quit all throughout the years, but I chose not to, and that was like a that was like a foundation rock, you know what I mean? Like, that was like something that stabilized me, and there's just no freaking excuse. If you want to do something, you must commit to it. You want to be a champion. Oh, man, you know, but today I don't feel like training. You know, my leg hurts, or I'm tired, or I want to go out tonight because, you know, this concert's in town, whatever. Then you don't want to be a champion. You know, oh, man, I want my business to succeed. Okay, well, you need to go out and hustle. You need to go talk to people. You need to move around. You need to make phone calls. You need to clean the mats. You need to work 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night every day. Then you'll be successful. Do you want to, oh, well, no, I don't really want to do that. I just say I want to do it, man. And, like, man, nothing freaking pisses me off more than people saying they want to do shit but don't actually follow through. Anything I've ever achieved in my life, the only reason it was successful is because of commitment. You know, and every time I failed, if it's in jiu-jitsu, winning tournaments, if it's in business, if it's in whatever aspect of my life, I failed because of lack of commitment. You know, and I know that, so I don't blame the finger on anybody. Look, guys, look, when they point the finger, you got 3 fingers pointing back at you. You know, so don't ever point the finger. Put your pants on, okay? Pick your shoulders up, pick your head up, and freaking sign the dotted line. Put your ass on the line and stick to it. And no matter what comes your way, you're committed to it. And you're going to find a way to get there. And it's going to be hurdles. And when the hurdles come, you go over them, you go under them, you go from the side, okay? Or you go freaking through them. Whatever way you have to do it, do it. but you need to do it. You know what I mean? Like, that's what commitment is. Commitment is not, oh man, well, I'm in my relationship with my wife or my husband and everything is good and I'm committed. No, man, commitment comes through. The word commitment comes through when you're in the worst freaking time of your life. Okay, that's when you check if you really are committed or not. Okay, when you feel like getting divorced, like, that's it, man. You can't take it anymore. But inside, you say to yourself, man, I freaking committed, man. I committed, and I will not break my commitment. And you overcome yourself, and you don't get divorced. Or business is struggling, and man, you're thinking, man, I should close down. But instead, you wake up earlier the next day and grind even harder. Until you're successful. Where you get your ass whooped at a tournament or in the gym day in and day out. And you don't say, you know what, this shit ain't for me. F that. Instead, you wake up earlier in the morning, you do an extra training session, you read another book, you watch another video, you get another massage, you do whatever needs to get done to get through that so you can achieve your goal or whatever goal you might have. Now, here's the thing. When you have a commitment, nothing can get in your way. Nothing. No obstacle. Because there is no failing, man. There's just no failing. With my family, with my business, with anything that I truly love, I ain't never giving up. I just had the major surgery on my knee, like I told you guys in the last video. Doctor said, hey man, go play golf. No, man, I'm committed to jiu-jitsu through thick and thin. When I was going to South Beach 3-4 times a week to train with Cyborg, living in Coral Springs, 1 hour there, 2 hours training, half hour breaking balls, and another hour back. I was committed. I could have found 100 excuses. And even one time, I talked to Cyborg, I was like, man, there's other gyms around. And it's like, no, man, I committed to you and this is it. It's never been perfect. Nothing's ever perfect. Not your relationships, not your training, not life, not business. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. Commit to it. Give it 100% day in and day out. Do your best. Truly do your best. And if you really believe there's no exit plan, you will succeed. But as long as you give yourself that strategy of, oh, well, you know what, if this doesn't work out, I could just go back to my job. If it doesn't work out, I'll quit jiu-jitsu. I'll just go play softball. If it doesn't work out, no, man. F that. You committed. Stick to it. You're going to eat shit. You're going to be the nail. But eventually, I promise you, you will be the hammer in every part of your life. You'll see your relationships thriving. You'll see financially you'll be successful. You'll see on the mats, on the athletic field, whatever it is that you do, that you'll be successful. Man, guys, that's my video for the week. Commitment. And I want to just say last word for anybody who trains jiu-jitsu. Man, very important. Commit to 2-3 days a week, no matter what. Even if it's days that you can't train, you don't feel good, your body hurts, show up anyways. Do the workout, maybe don't fight, maybe roll light, whatever that means. But for real, like, don't fall off track. Because it's easy to beat up on yourself and say, oh man, I'm not good enough. I'm constantly the nail, this, that. But man, we're all there, man. Every person was there. Anybody who's ever trained, anybody who's ever achieved anything in the sport or in life has ate a lot of shit. I leave you guys with that. I wish you guys a beautiful day, man. And it's the holiday time, my favorite time of the year. Get to wear a little bit long sleeve. And that's about it, guys. Oof.